Welcome to the part 3 of our series of starting from the finish line. Anything that you want to accomplish, it can be yours. It's available to you. Realizing where you need to start. Sometimes that's the problem. So today we're going to discuss the third step of starting from the finish line. Are you ready? Let's dive in. See, in the first step, just to give you a recap, we talked about visualizing our success. Visualizing where you'd like to see yourself at, what it is that's important to you. Because it's important to have a healthy view of the things that you're up to. Visualizing your success, I think I took you guys to a little synopsis assignment or whatever, where we close our eyes and really visualizing, allowing all your senses to be part of it. Visualizing your success. What is the end result? What is your, yes, I made it. Visualizing it, being present to that. If you haven't watched that video, go to the first part, the first series of starting from the finish line to visualize your success, because that's where it all started. That's what we talked about. That was the initial start of what it would look like. What would it feel like? What would it taste like? How would I envision this? What would be present to me in the space of visualizing my success? Because that's important. You have to visualize. And I think the second part we talked about was reverse engineering. Reverse engineering ourselves. Going back from the basics. Once you have achieved that, what would it entail? How would you develop that? What are the pieces of the puzzle? Who do you need to invite into, your plans? Reverse engineering. We talked in great depth. That was part 2 of our series. So please go back and watch that, because I think that will give you a lot of understanding as we're taking on the third part of starting from the finish line. So for today's third step in your journey, I want us to focus on overcoming obstacles. Yeah, overcoming obstacles. That's a very real thing in any journey, especially when you're starting from the finish line. When you're on a journey of elevation and you want to grow, there's going to be obstacles. Let me tell you, I'm not here to just sugarcoat things to make it sound like, ta-da, you imagine, you envision, you're at the finish line and it comes to you. No. There are obstacles. There's always obstacles. That's part of life. That's part of growth. That's part of the journey. So overcoming obstacles is a real thing. It's something that I want you to be prepared to as you go into this, as you take on the steps. So that way you're not just there thinking, oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be easy. I thought it was just going to be a walk in the park, because it's not. Some common obstacles people might face. It might be that you don't have any support. It might be that no one looks at your dreams, your goals, or the things that you're up to and see it as something valid. It might be that you feel, I don't know, I don't have the connections. I don't have, the money. I don't have the influence. I don't have the following. I don't have any lead. I don't have. It could be any of that. That is an obstacle that you will have to face and deal with. It could be, I'm afraid. I'm fearful. What if I fail? Robert, what if I fail? What if I place myself there? I get my hopes up. I get excited about this dream, this goal, this vision that I'm fired up about. And I reverse engineer. I created the plan. I see who I could entrust to really take it on with me. I knocked on the doors. I sent the email. I communicated. But now I have to face these obstacles of my own obstacles, my own doubts, my own insecurities, my own fear. How about that? Well, that's not a bad place to be. If you're there, I'm glad you're there, because we could discuss that, because that is something you have to be prepared in the space of a dream, in the space of seeing something realized. And that's something that is an obstacle, but not something that can stop you. Quite honestly, these hurdles, they are part of the process. I even want you to anticipate these obstacles, because by anticipating obstacles, you're not in a place of fear. You're not in a place of, woe is me. I can never get things right. Every time I think I'm getting a break, something happens. Do you hear that? Do you hear yourself saying that at times? Every time I think things are going to move forward, and then something happens, something changes for me. If that's where you've been, if that's the obstacle, if that's your thinking process, that's okay. That is a place to be. You don't have to remain there, but that is a place to be. I want you to really think about this. That obstacles, no one has made anything without having some kind of setback. The light bulb 1,000 times, how many times, until it's realized. Obstacles are part of the plan. It's planned to have obstacles because you're up to something greater. Ways to overcome these obstacles will be, to write down the things that you've accomplished. Yes, the things that you've had success in, write them down. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves. Without that, we find ourselves feeling like this is brand new territory. I don't know how to. You've overcome things before. This is not new to you. You have won the battle of life in various aspects, and this is just one of them. It's just right now, you already know what the end result is. You've already celebrated. Keep celebrating. I need you to hear me on this. Even in the middle of the obstacles, when you feel like things are going hooray, it's not working out on the way that you'd like to see them, it's not moving forward with the speed, with the smoothness that you'd like to see, keep believing for it. It's an obstacle. Write down the things that you've accomplished thus far that's been successful. Communicate to people that's in your life that can support you. Tune back into this video to gain the strength, the support that you need. Listen to a mentor, whomever your favorite podcast is, turn it on and listen to it. Let me tell you something. Obstacles are meant to deter you, derail you, take your power away and take you from what's important, what you can accomplish. And you can accomplish big things. You've done it before. Right now, you're just at the finish line. You're seeing it through and you're believing for it. The last thing I want you to do is to stop believing for it. It is just an obstacle. It's there to deter you, but it's not there to take you out. The only way you're taking out is if you give up, if you take yourself out. I want you to hear me on this because you have all the power that you need when you start from the finish line to see whatever that end result, seeing it realized. And I want you to remember that even when you're facing the hardest of obstacles. My friends, this will entail for you to maintain a positive outlook. All in all, regardless of how bleak it is, when you have a vision in mind at the finish line, a positive attitude, a positive mental attitude is a must. Listen to a beat, go for a walk, a run, get new fresh ideas, but stay positive. One of the other things that I wrote down, seeking support, like I said to you, you could always turn back here. Write in the comment section if you're having some difficulties, you're in the middle of you're in your elevation journey, you're starting from the finish line, seek support. I am here to support you. We are here as a community of folks that's like-minded and wanting to elevate. Staying flexible. Stay flexible in your approach. Knowing that it doesn't have to go from A, B, C, D. If you've had success one by one in a specific sequential order in the past, that doesn't mean it have to be the same way every single time. Be flexible. Be willing to be flexible. Stay current, stay present, stay excited. Don't lose your fire. Don't lose your spark. Don't lose your joy. Don't let that happen. Allow yourself to stay upbeat. And I'm not saying, whoa, I have my dream. I'm at the finish line. Yeah. It's like, you know what? This is happening for me. This is happening. When you find yourself saying, how come this always happen? Nope, this is happening for me. Change the way you communicate. Change your internal dialogue. Allow yourself to stay in a space of success, excitement, growth at the finish line, where the bravo is happening, where the attaboy, where the high fives, where the excitement keep yourself there. Because by keeping yourself there, you've already tell yourself there's no turning back. No. We're in it to win it. I am winning this battle. I want so much for you to have this victory that every week I am willing to hold your hands, come back here, walk with you as I've been walked with, as I'm continuously being walked with to the next level and the next level. So this obstacle that I talk about today, it's a real thing. If you haven't faced it, it's coming. I want you to be prepared and know that it's nothing wrong. It's nothing weird. Just because you saw the end, the excitement, the result, the way to go, the finish line, knowing that these obstacles that comes along the way, that's all they are. They're just obstacles. They are not there to frighten you, to take you off of your game. They are here to test you, but you're bigger than that. You have a dream, you have a goal, you have an end in mind. You are starting from the finish line. You're going to get everything that you desire. Just stay the course. I hope this finds you well. This is the third piece of it, and we're going to continue to have this dialogue. Go back and watch the first and the second video, and let's continue to talk. Leave me a comment. Let me know how things are for you, obstacles that you might be facing, so that way you could continue to move forward as we're winning the battle and elevating to the very next level. As always, be good to yourself. Be good to others. And I will see you, my friend, on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.